Fairgoers also took great pleasure in danger, mayhem, and destruction. Enormous crowds would gather in the grandstand to see a person dive from a 40-foot platform into a bucket. A human cannonball. Or to witness the eruption of Mount Vesuvius and the fall of Pompeii.
Yeah, the disaster spectacles were enormously popular. They were the grandstand's main attraction for decades, and they were staged by large pyrotechnic companies, usually out of Chicago or some other big city. And these spectacles toured the country. People seemed to take a kind of morbid fascination, I think, with the prospect of seeing a recreation of an earthquake or a volcanic eruption or a catastrophic battle from history.
Many of these spectacles eventually fell out of favor as people lost their taste for celebrating trauma and loss. But over-the-top entertainment would continue to be a mainstay for thrill-seeking fairgoers. Perhaps the most iconic feat came from Iowan Joe Connelly, who offered the fair a unique opportunity.
So he goes to the Agricultural Society and says, I would like to stage a locomotive crash in 1896.
His plan was simple. Lay down some tracks, find a couple train engines destined for the trash heap, and crash them into each other. Joe's show played out just like the action movies of today. There was a conflict, in this case, politics.
So the idea of gold versus silver is a big political issue. One of the locomotives is called the gold bug. The other locomotive is called the silver bug.
And of course, there was a heroic star, a train engineer who would start the locomotive and jump off at the precise moment it achieved speed, all culminating in an explosive ending.
I'm sure it was exciting to see in 1896 if you'd come to Des Moines, and it was. It was one of the biggest days of the fair in history up to that time.
Estimated attendance was 50 to 60,000, and many watched from building roofs near the grandstand. Nothing quite finishes the day off like explosions or fireworks, a spectacle that continues to this day.